so. And Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations. Love. Smith comes in for James.
What up, though? This is Kenny Black.
In for Iman Shumpert. And a new
we got this little game going on with the Cavaliers. I'm going to show you how to play these fools.
Porzingis comes in for Jones. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Jones subbed in for
They got LeBron in right now, so they got to choose who they're going to get the show.
Jones in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Freak number 1.
Being at the top of that
Take
list.
what the defense gives you. Don't force anything. If it ain't there, find somebody else.
Jolt whenever they've needed it.
And that's value added for a point guard. I mean, when you're playing
trying to get Irvin out of here, so we're going to go at Irvin the first time. He double teamed me. I'm going right to the rim. There's my jump shot.
Really left alone that time. Lopez has got the lead up to 10 now for New York.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Anthony against Smith. Now the dish to Bergeron. Good D by Lopez.
That's something they need to do.
Come on, Melo. Come on, look at me.
After it on the glass.
Right there.
Go
come
get
on,
those.
Come on. Look at me now.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions
Crowded
would
up there
definitely
now.
help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And Barbosa has it in the corner.
Bucket!
Oh, good with the triple.
Rare you see him miss such an open look.
Donald Sloan's checked in for Cleveland. And New York with a change here, too. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Pondexter. Some nice passing by New York here. And Barbosa has it in the corner. Feeds to Pondexter. 5 to shoot.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Outside, Jones. There's the pick. He kicks it to Pondexter. Lopez dishes to Barbosa. Jones sets the pick for Barbosa. 5 on the clock. Pondexter from outside. One up, one down. 2 points with his
We're
first shot.
We're going to find a way to hurt y'all.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
Here's Sloan. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Smith right side. Off the pick. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. Move the ball.
Pass to Barbosa. Kicks to Pondexter. The pass to Porzingis. Jones tries in. It's tipped. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And fouled hard that
He
time.
get a foul for that, but I get hit. I don't get no foul.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That bitch next
It is.
time.
I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. He's much better off making him go to the line.
Smith hits them both.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Now here is Barbosa. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pondexter, the pass to Barbosa. Lopez sets a screen for Jones. A baseline.
Get up!
And he drops that one.
Get your ass up. Don't come
Jones
out here.
has got 10 points in the game.
Don't come out
They're
here.
on fire from mid-range, guys. They found the weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today.
Lopez a screen. Jones kicks to Pondexter. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Bellinelli is covering, and Jones now atop the key. Porzingis passes to Jones. And it falls over the rim and in.
Freaking and vibing.
12-point Knicks lead.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Smith on the wing. Out to the wing. And Berejau kicks to Smith. He dishes it to Bellinelli. And another miss by Cleveland. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the 76ers.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch.
Good
I mean, the
show,
defense
but,
from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He finished with 24 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But
It smells like someone farted. Grandma.
Well, if you're going to the bank with her, can you stop at the store for me?
Some cornbread? Yeah. I'll make my cornbread straight out the moonshine.
Here we go, Devin. Here we go.
What?
You and your southern talk.
We gonna all move to Kentucky, and we can make our own steel. I know, it's Chopper.
Chopper China, and
Chopper.
It's so bad.
Chopper's been farting all day. I woke up to one of his farts. I got up real quick and ran back on it.
It is so gross.
No, I don't. So I can cheese it for 2.
I need 2 packs of cigarettes, and then that's my lottery. You just tell them.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky Devin's not going by himself, because he would not be able to get none of this.
Bruh.
Why?
Bruh.
He's not 18.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're right.
Nah, I can buy those cigarettes and cigarettes.
No, you gotta be 18.
But I can.
Yeah, you can, but legally. I could have cigarettes 5 too.
Nick, figure you fuck around and get smoked. My niggas lay down folks. You fuck around with that cocoa.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, they've never asked me.
Cut the coke off the switchblade, man. All you need is bitch blade. Run by a nigga, leave him in a fucking tree. Man, fuck his nigga.